We're ranking all the countries that we've ever been to, how much we liked it, how much we disliked it, when we ever go back, when we ever lived there. Welcome to the Quinten Hyde podcast. And this is Jasper.
Hi, I'm Jasper.
Right, so let's first start off by ranking the country that we were both born in, the Netherlands.
Okay, the Netherlands. It is a pretty great place to live.
Oh wow, I expected you to complain straight away. That's kind of your thing.
Great place to live and work. Miserable place if you want to have fun. I think.
I don't fully agree. I think what I call quality of life, but that might be the first thing you refer to, is excellent.
Yeah, it's really well connected.
Care, connectivity to anything else. Just if there's an issue with you somehow, you get there's government funds. I feel like the quality of life solid. There's good water. Yeah. There's good food, quality food.
Yeah. None of it is Dutch, but...
That's true, that's true. Dutch food is inherently, not great. Dutch baked goods, excellent. Dutch, food,
yeah.
Not wonderful, admittedly.
I will say one of the best things about the Netherlands is that it's so small and it's so easy to leave.
It's so easy to leave.
Yeah, drive 2 hours in any direction and you're not in the Netherlands anymore.
That is true.
I like that. I would be way more miserable if the Netherlands were Germany sized and we would be in the furthest corner.
In the middle or something.
Yeah. You know?
So the way I always see it is the Netherlands is a great place to live. I do, my one complaint that I have about the Netherlands, 2 complaints, I have 2. My one complaint, my first one is the media industry, which is, the one thing I do and care about, is kind of ass. It's getting better, admittedly. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of ass.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Dutch-speaking YouTubers where I'm wow, you're doing wildly interesting. There's more now. For example, the Calvin dude, I think is doing real interesting stuff. And there's a few. But there's a lot of people that still do story time videos, 30 minutes just talking. I mean, it's ironically kind of what this is, I suppose. But not as I don't know. To me, the mindset is different, if that makes sense. And
it's not the main thing.
Yes. Yeah. And my second complaint would be that there's a lot of people that have the normaal mentality. So there's this phrase, which is basically just be normal because that's already crazy enough, roughly translated.
But it's my whole complaint that you can't have fun here.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
If you do anything that's slightly out of the ordinary, it's not hey, that's cool. It's more why don't you just go to your 9 to 5 and just drink alcohol on the weekends?
In the terrace. No.
Yeah, ooh.
No, it's just, there's just I think there's just a good list of obnoxious people because of that. Yeah. And one of the complaints, for example, that I have is when I see a viral TikTok and it's just flooded with Dutch people speaking Dutch to a person that doesn't speak it. I find that disrespectful. I find that irritating. To me, in my head, it's either speak the language if you know it or speak English, right? I don't know. I just find it irritating.
Third complaint about the Netherlands, the paperwork. Love paperwork.
Yeah, lots of paperwork, but I don't necessarily care too much because I rarely have to do it. Because in general, apart from the complaints I was just giving, because a lot of people, mostly on Dutch TikTok, seem to think that I dislike the Netherlands based on these few complaints that I have. I don't. I'm very blessed and all that and privileged to be able to be born here and live these amount of riches, I think. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, no, those 2 complaints I do definitely have.
On an S to F tier list, where would you put it?
Oh, interesting.
Because I think...
Oh, but I feel if we rank other people's countries, they're not going to love that.
It's fine. We've been there. It's purely based on our experiences.
Oh, yikes. Okay. I would give the Netherlands an A, genuinely. Yeah, I think it's very, very solid, but it's not perfect.
Low B.
What?
Low B.
Low B? Okay, wow. Yeah. Would you... I mean, I was going to ask that for all of them. Would you live here? I mean, you kind of are.
Yeah, I would. But like I said, I wouldn't want to live here if it were bigger.
Gotcha. Would you prefer to at some point in your life live in another country?
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
If you somehow were forced to always stay here, would that make you actively sad, or would it just be like, eh?
Without being able to leave?
No, you can leave. You could just not live anywhere else.
No, I'd be fine with that.
Okay.
That'd be okay.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's very fair enough.
So it's like a B, you know?
For me, it's also like, if I could move to another country, but if you were like, you can't, then I'd be like, okay. You know, I can't complain too much.
Yeah. No.
All right. Belgium. We've both been to Belgium.
Yeah.
Belgium to me is kind of like, please don't be upset if you're Belgian. That's just my perspective. Netherlands 2.0.
No, it's not.
Okay, the areas that I've been have been Netherlands 2.0.
So it's has
just, Antwerp, all that.
It has
to me is just
actual forest instead of just a few trees the government planted right next to each other.
I've never been to a Belgian forest, I think.
Not all streets look the exact same, which I think is pretty, shocking.
Also, personally don't care, but I do know that you like that a lot.
Yeah. And there's, the food culture is a bit better.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know nothing about. Okay, so apparently I've only just been looking at it through like a pinpoint hole, because all I've seen when I was there was just like, I feel like I'm still at home, but just different accents.
Yeah. Then again, you do have a lot of French-speaking people, and I hate the French.
Oh, Jesus!
So with that being said, I think it would still land at a B for me.
I would put a B too. I can't complain about Belgium. Like, if I'm in Belgium, I'm not going to be like, oh no, not Belgium. I like to make jokes. Belgian people, Dutch people, we make jokes about each other, but I love the Belgians, so it's like, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Belgium.
Great
Netherlands.
chocolate. Great chocolate.
Yeah.
Excellent chocolate.
But you know what? Chocolate is even better.
Switzerland?
Yeah, Switzerland.
Yeah,
have you been there?
No.
Okay.
I have not been to Switzerland.
Yeah. So I love Switzerland. However, people there can be a little bit, ooh.
Oh, really?
A little bit.
I didn't expect that somehow.
Well, not to me, because I'm a white man. Yeah, they're of that kind. But
that's so sad.
they have great mountains, cool
I've
cities.
heard from you.
Cool cities.
This cola tastes weird.
And I love that there you can go from cool city to fresh mountain air in the space of like an hour.
You have told me that it's wildly expensive.
It is.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. That knocks off a few points for me. But then again, I can't judge this one because I've not been.
Yeah, no. So it is really expensive, but it also kind of depends on what you want out of it. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I'm cool with sleeping at hostels and.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Nah.
Yeah. No. For me, also, I would definitely live in Switzerland. I could absolutely do that.
We should do that with all of them. Would you live in Belgium?
I would not. Desperate to go.
That same.
Yeah.
I can't judge Switzerland though, so I'm also not going to put that on the tier list.
I'm going to slap it in A.
A. All right. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. What about Germany? Let's just knock out the ones around the Netherlands first. Germany, I quite like. Yeah, I can't really complain. They have some dubious laws when you are self-employed, such as myself. So living there, I would probably have to go no, purely based on that. Other than that, friendly people. They have a bad rap around the world, but genuinely great people. Yeah. Other than that, it's just kind of cool.
I think I would rank Germany slightly higher than the Netherlands because there is more of it. And
you said you didn't like that.
No. But that what there is more of is generally better than the Netherlands.
Like what?
I think. More nature.
Oh yeah, but I don't necessarily care too much about that personally, so that doesn't help per se.
I never feel like closed in Germany.
You know what? That I can get because it's slightly less dense.
If I'm like I just want to be in a place with no people around, I can do that there, which I can't do here. You know.
All right, so you put it A or S?
Not S.
Okay, so now you'd put it A. Oh no, wait, you put B for.
It's like high B, low A.
Okay,
that's the range we're in for Germany.
I think I will put it on B, like a high B. Yeah, for sure. England.
Ooh.
I liked it there. Now, I don't know what it's like to live there. I just need to... Oh, wait, would you live in Germany?
Yeah.
I would not. Okay, cool. England, yes.
I mean, Brexit really fucked that one over a bit, didn't it?
I feel like... I mean, it's at least hard for us to move there if we wanted to.
Yeah. Harder,
at least. No, actually, I think I don't know. I actually don't know. I feel like it's probably harder, but I like that it's an English native country because I just like English a lot. Yeah. So because I make videos, so whenever I have like a public interaction, I wouldn't have to subtitle anything. That's literally the thing that I think about. But I have heard the food is kind of ass.
Yeah, the food.
I haven't tried it, but I've heard that it's not wonderful.
And I don't love the very alcohol-focused culture.
That's fair.
I think.
That's fair.
I guess Germany has that as well, but at least in Germany it's like, oh, beer, jawohl. And they're like very specific about beer. And in England it's just like, I just want to be out of my mind every night. In general.
Fair enough. I've quite only been to London, if I'm being real.
Yeah, I've been
for like video conferences.
I've been to London, Oxford, Newcastle, Birmingham, Manchester.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
That's quite a lot. Would you live there?
Nah.
That's what I would say too. Like, I wouldn't, like, probably not, but if you were like, you have to, I'd be like, okay. You know?
I'd be okay with it.
I just feel like I wouldn't fit into their personal culture. I feel like a lot of Brits would find me somewhat annoying, if that makes sense.
You sound American, so you're.
I don't know. Is that a thing?
I think so. Yeah.
Where would you put it on the tier?
I think I'm gonna go C.
C. Yeah, same. Yeah. Same. Again, these are all our own things. Please don't freak out. Yeah. Please. Ireland? Have you been?
Yeah, I've been to Ireland.
I've been twice. One time for work and one time for a funeral. Or actually an ash scattering.
Okay.
It's the one I showed you a picture of earlier today.
Yes.
That was in Ireland.
I like Ireland. I don't like the weather.
I don't care about the weather.
I really do.
I quite liked Ireland, and I think I'll put it a low B. I could live there.
I'm gonna go B, purely based on that they haven't been fucked over by Brexit.
Would you live there?
Same with England.
For me, it's slightly higher than England. I could say, like, yeah, sure. There's just slightly less to do for videos, I think, and that's what all I think about.
I just remember it being very, very windy, and I don't want to live in a place that's very, very windy.
Not every place is going to be windy, I'd say. But
Scotland?
Haven't been.
Same as Ireland for me, I think.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool. Oh, is that a thing?
Nah. Like it's cool. It was nice. Good place.
Cool.
Don't necessarily want to live there.
Cool.
Yeah.
France!
F.
Did you just go at the French?
Mm-hmm. Hate Paris. I'm
not a fan of Paris. Oh, battery. But it had 2 notches. I don't want to switch the Okay, quick, do France. Before I have to switch the batteries.
Don't like France. There are some cool places in there which knocks it up a bit, but it's going to have to be D.
Same, yeah.
Cool, switch that
battery. Would you live there, quick?
Nope.
Me neither. Refreshing. A new battery.
Yum yum.
Okay, yeah, you've been to Spain.
Yeah.
I don't know what accent that was, but...
Me neither.
Okay.
Spain is cool. It's definitely like if France were good. It's nice and warm. Sometimes it's a little bit too warm. I like the cities. I think Spain's got to be a solid like B.
Nice.
To me. Yeah,
nice.
Good country.
That's like cash money. What's the highest thing you've ranked thus far? Switzerland?
Yeah.
At A?
A, yeah.
Cool. That's sick. Italy, you've also been to, but not... Wait, would you live in Spain?
I could.
You could, but it's not like a kind of thing. Okay.
Ideally, I'd live there from, say, October to March.
Oh, you're one of those. You're going to be one of those old people that's like gonna winter somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All right, same for Italy. Never been, but you have?
Italy is okay. Mostly just don't like most Italian people.
Oh.
Like the ones I interacted with, not very...
Have not been very nice to you?
No, not very nice to me. A lot of them been fairly sexist.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah. No, I'm a slap, I think, because...
Why do you push it into your shirt?
because otherwise it's choking me.
Oh, yeah, wait, the audio quality, Jesper.
Go. There we go. It's perfect audio quality.
Oh, it's upside down.
Ah.
There we go.
Okay. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, no, you're just bad at carrying your microphone.
I've always sounded great, so. Italy, I think I'm going to give a C.
Would you live?
No.
Okay. Wait, let me do one that you've never been to.
Yeah.
Argentina. I've been to Argentina. Admittedly, I've only been to Buenos Aires. Argentina is really big, so I can't really judge, all the places that I haven't been, because one spot apparently has like a permanent tundra and another part has a jungle. So it's like, there's a difference. I really liked it though. People were super nice. You know what was sick? Guys there thought I was impressive and scary, and girls on the street would sometimes just be like, he's super handsome and adorable, and I'll tell you, I wasn't. I looked bad that time, like that day and age. So I don't know. For my self-esteem, it was really good. They were all just super lovely. The food was good except for the cheese. Horrible cheese. Garbage cheese.
Would I like the cheese?
Oh, probably. It was almost plastic.
Cool.
Just not wonderful. I liked it there. Then again, I was only there for 3 weeks, so it's hard to know what it would be like to live there, if that makes sense. And apparently to a lot of people, there was a lot of safety issues that I was just kind of ignoring, apparently. Couldn't drink the water, though. I didn't love that. So I think I'm going to have to put a B just for a few of the apparent safety things that were like told to me. Like, if it's late, you can't be on your own. It's good to carry a second phone in case you get mugged, so you can give them the worst phone. If that's like a constant fear, like, don't put your parents in your phone as mom or dad, because they'll know who to call for ransom. So if that's all real, and I think it is, because why would they lie about that? I'll put it in B. Would I live there? No, purely because I'm a really scared guy, and I would be scared of those things. If it would, but imagine you would tell me like, hey, you gotta live there for the next few years. I wouldn't be like, oh God, no, But it would probably not spend my life there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it gave me a lot of like cool appreciation for South America, because I feel like here in the Netherlands, in school, we learn like nothing about South America.
True.
Like nothing. So when I got there and I learned like, I listened to Despacito before it became the #1 YouTube song for a while. That was my ultimate hipster moment.
Is? Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yes. Croatia?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah, Croatia.
Let's do Croatia.
We've both been there on a vacation last year. It was way too warm for me.
It was
entirely too warm.
Perfect weather for me.
Horrifyingly
lovely.
Warm.
Country-wise, what's cool? So,
I liked the people I was with. Croatia itself wasn't really for me. Some beautiful scenery, but beautiful scenery inherently isn't really for me, because I
am soulless.
I don't know, it's just, I would never go back, if that makes sense, but I didn't hate my time there.
If you had to live there for a year.
I wouldn't actively like that. Like, I wouldn't live there, I don't know if they're, like, basically, it was nice if you're into scenery, it's great. If you're into mostly scenery, it's really cool. Just for me, there's nothing really there, so I wouldn't live there.
Yeah.
What would you rate it?
C.
I think I'm going to go D, purely on my own personal thing. Because again, like, what am I going to do? What would I do if I lived there? Do nature walks? Never. I would never do that. Ever in my life. Would I go to any of the reserves? No.
I do wonder if there's going to be a day in our lives where you text me like, I just went for a walk through nature. Maybe at some point, if I want to. I'm being taken hiking. No, that's not going right. I'm going to be taken on a hike.
I'm going to be. That's even worse somehow. When I'm in the U.S. Next week, it was funny because she was like, I think I said something like as like I feel like I'm quite observant around my with my surroundings, because I feel like I am. And she went like, you think? Are you going to be able to spot the bears? And I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, when there's bears, I'm like, there's going to be bears? She's like, oh yeah, whenever I hike, there's always at least one bear.
That's fun.
Like, just walk in, and then what do? She's like, oh, just stay calm. Like, it's a bear! I'm not made for nature. And I feel like Croatia's biggest selling point is just good nature, and I'm just not built for that. So that's why I'm ranking it down, not because of anything else. And also, a few people there were a bit rude to me. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Normally, people are inherently nice to me because they feel like I'm open and energetic. But remember when we were waiting for that bus, and I asked that lady, hey, how long until the bus gets here? Because she worked for the bus company, and she goes, huh? I'm like, oh, okay, damn.
I do like the idea of little white boy Quinten was... Someone said something mean to him, and thus he ranks an entire nation. But no, I will say people weren't the greatest. Nature was cool. The food wasn't fantastic. It was okay. I did like the prices. Stuff.
Yeah,
Big fan of that.
I do remember we had the taxi driver there. Mm-hmm. The taxi driver. So if you've seen the main channel video where we compare Europe's worst versus best rated water park, the best rated water park was in some very small remote place in Croatia. So we go there by train, which was already a hassle. We get there, and I summon an Uber. Fun fact, that whole area, the whole county, had one driver, so that took a while. We were just standing talking. We had a third friend with us. Out of nowhere, this Croatian taxi driver just appears.
He spawns. Like,
we never saw him approach. He was just suddenly in our circle, or like, I guess, triangle. It was suddenly like a square. He was like, taxi? I was like, oh, yo! No, thank you. At first we were like, oh, you're our Uber? No, wait, you were like, are you our Uber driver? And I look at the picture, I'm like, definitely not our Uber driver. He's like, taxi, yeah? I'm like, no, we already got an Uber. He's like, yeah, taxi. Yeah.
Taxi?
And basically like that, and then we were like, no, we're good. He's like, okay. And he just stood there, and he just like was part of our conversation.
Yeah, and I was trying to be like, okay, well, we got a taxi, so bye-bye.
And he was just like, taxi, yeah. Like, no, we got one. We got an Uber. Taxi? We already have an Uber. And then he like does this motion, like, taxi, yeah. And we're like, what is that?
And afterwards we were like, he was probably saying, oh, I can get it for cheaper.
A lower price or something. But then I translated on Google Translate, we already got an Uber. And you know what he does? He's like, oh, okay. He turns around. Another place from which he came, most likely.
Yeah.
And he sprints off. Dashes over the car road. And he keeps sprinting like as far as the eye can see.
We actually watch him get
smaller into the distance until at some point, I think a few cars had to brake for him in the distance because he was just dashing across like lanes, and he's gone. And here's the thing: we never saw his car.
Yeah,
he was a taxi driver without a car. And we've never seen him again.
No, but then the actual...
Insane.
The Uber driver we had...
Oh, he was awesome.
Lovely.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
No.
But he was so good.
He was great.
Very kind man.
Yeah, that was Croatia.
Yeah. Czech Republic.
I've been there twice, both with Jasper.
I love the Czech Republic.
I'm a big fan of the Czech Republic. I like the food, I like the prices, I like the people, I like the vibe. Honestly, can't complain about anything. I mean, I don't speak Czech, but that's not their fault, you know? Sometimes a bit hard to communicate, but Not even that hard in Prague. Like, almost everyone spoke. They're like, oh, my English is terrible, and then their English is fine.
Yeah. And you know, even in the smaller places, with just gestures, you can get there.
Oh, yeah. That's also where we had the great carbonara, where you had the horrible pizza.
Excellent.
Horrible mushroom pizza. Reference to the last episode, probably. I don't know. We're bulking these episodes before I leave for the US for a month. But
I think I might have to S tier.
I think I'm also going to S tier.
Would you live there?
I would live in the Czech Republic.
Same, yeah.
So the one thing is, like, I feel like it's like, are there enough things to do for videos? And I think there would be.
Yeah, I mean...
But also just the access to everything else. Because it's still Europe, which means that you're always a 40 euro Ryanair flight away from something else.
And even in Prague, you're like driving or train distance from Vienna.
Whatever,
other big cities.
No, I would put an S tier, I think, and I would live there.
Hell yeah.
I think, especially when I keep earning my money in euro and US dollar, which I do, which has an insane amount of buying power over there, it's genuinely cheaper to go out to eat there every night almost than cooking at home here. That's insane.
I mean,
to be fair, I'm really good at cooking. Like,
it was highly enjoyable though, going out for dinner every night at a good restaurant.
So good. At one of our first nights, I need to share this. I had some spare ribs that were excellent.
That was on my birthday.
Oh yeah, that was on your birthday. Yeah, those spare ribs. We tried to go back another time, and I was fully set on getting those a second time, but they were closed. Really upsetting. But
then we ended up at a great other place. We had the burger.
American place?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. No, those were that was actually also really good. No, I can't complain about the Czech Republic in any way.
I mean, I did get robbed there from 2 episodes ago, maybe.
Right, yeah, you were robbed there.
But no, I still West there, I think.
Yeah, no, I would live there. If you were like, hey, you have to live there, even though I'd have to learn the language. Okay. Yeah. I'm down. I don't know how welcoming they are to people from other nations to live there. I don't know.
I mean, they have kind of the usual European, we choose to hate a specific group of people.
Is that a European thing?
I think it is. Like the Netherlands chose Moroccans.
Really?
Yeah.
So I don't watch the news, so I'm not sure who we're hating on now. I just choose to not hate on groups of people.
Yeah, no,
unless they're pedophiles. Because I feel like that's a hateable group.
Yeah, also racists.
It's also okay. There's a few hateable groups, but based on where you were born, I don't care. But apparently, that's a thing. Yeah, that's sad. But what's their group that they like to?
So it's like Romani people.
Yeah, like the traveler folk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not me.
No. So we would be fine.
We would probably be fine. Yeah, I would like. I could live there. I could live there 100%. I don't like. I've actually even played with the idea at some point. Like at some point in my life, where I'm like, could I spend a few years there? Because I every time I am there, I am highly enjoying myself.
No, I would really like to live in Prague at some point. I think.
That's fair enough. Then I have one more country, which is the United States.
Okay.
That you've not been to, but I have. For 1 week in Los Angeles. Obviously, the US is massive, so I can't be like, oh, the weather is great, because the weather is different everywhere. I've been to LA. I'm flying again in a few days, but I've been once. Obviously, as a tourist, that was a bit of a culture shock, because I couldn't take the public transport anywhere. I'm reliant on public transport if I don't have a car. I didn't have a car. I didn't even own a car at the time, and let alone have it there. So it was a little bit weird for me to be like, okay, so how do I get anywhere? Other than that, I know Americans get like a rap for being like unpleasant. They were all so kind to me. I was walking the street and I got yelled compliments. Like I remember walking with my long sleeve, the long sleeve?
The Quang sleeve?
The Quang sleeve. It's my best shirt. And like this guy just yells something at me and I take out my AirPod. I'm like, oh, what? And he's like, I love your shirt, man. I'm like, thank you. And I had stuff like that happen all the time, which is like, I think Bass at some point said like, the whole place is just one giant praise kink. And I thought that was pretty funny. But
cool.
I enjoyed my stay. I just don't know. Like, it's probably worse if you live there because of some things like, pretty insanely expensive healthcare. And I
also
get sick sometimes.
Am I gonna get shot up today thing?
Right, yeah, I didn't consider that. That being said, I've already put down that I really hammer down on me really caring about the media industry. To me, they are the top, especially social media industry. I think, you just have way more opportunities there. So that bumps it up tremendously. And also because I think American English sounds the nicest. I know you don't agree with that. I absolutely love American English.
Australian, but...
No, like it's...
No.
Those are the most neutral ones to me. Like I don't dislike it. I don't like it. It's just beautifully neutral.
No, it's beautifully perfect.
Oh, okay.
Australian and New Zealand.
I know that you really like those. So for the US, I think I'm gonna put it a high B.
Okay.
Because yeah, maybe even a low A. No, I think a high B. A high B.
High B.
Yes, and I would live there, but with an asterisk that says not my whole life or the moment I have kids.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would probably I could live there. I think for like a long, long time. I might even obviously if I lived there some 10 years, I might have changed my mind, right? But I feel like I could live there, really do all the great stuff, build business, video, etc. But I feel like I'd feel more secure having my child not there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, they have slightly more school shootings than any other country, so.
Yes. I do remember when I was there, I talked to an American and I was like, blah, 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 I was like, I think we mentioned school shootings, and I was like, but that's probably, blown out of proportion a little bit, it's more like a stereotype. And she goes, oh, no. Every school I've been in has had an incident. And I was like, huh? She's like, yeah, my middle school, my high school, and my uni. I was like,
oh my God.
I'm sorry. She's like, somehow it's kind of part of it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, maybe it shouldn't be, very political.
Oh no.
But,
yeah, that was
yikes.
like, oh yikes, I'm so sorry. She was like, it's okay, I'm alive. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. But other than that, I really enjoyed my stay.
Nice.
And I thought the people were lovely. Didn't encounter a single, the ones that you see on TikTok.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Would you live there?
I don't know. Haven't been there. Probably wouldn't.
What did we, before we end, just quickly say?
Oh yeah, I still have more countries. I think.
Well, you have more countries.
We got Denmark, Sweden.
Oh right, I haven't been to those.
Yeah, Denmark was alright. C tier, it's fine. It's flatter than the Netherlands.
Would you live?
Yeah, I could. Don't want to.
Okay.
Sweden, same C tier. Just because it's more up north, it's colder, so I don't really.
I mean, we're going to Sweden I'll bit my tongue to Sweden this year, so I'm quite excited about that.
Do I have more countries? Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, you've been to Serbia, right?
Have I?
No, I'm just making stuff up.
I don't think I have. No.
Have I? You went to Indonesia, right?
Liechtenstein.
Have you been?
Yeah.
Really?
Liechtenstein.
I know you want to go for a video. Jesper really wants this one specific video that it has to be done in Liechtenstein.
Have to do it. So Liechtenstein, so tiny but so cute.
But have you actually been there or just driven through?
No, I've been there.
Oh wow, okay.
It was fun.
What do you rate it?
B.
Would you live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff. I mean, you're very quickly in any other country.
That is true.
Luxembourg.
That is true. Have you been to Luxembourg? I've never been to Luxembourg.
I've been to Luxembourg. It's kind of trash.
Oh.
I'm not going to lie to you. It is just this tiny piece of land that is 10 times more expensive than anything around it.
I've heard that it's expensive.
The people are just, and it really doesn't add much value that that's a different country in that place. So I'm going to have to detail this boy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn. So the only S tier we've given is the one that we both agreed on, which is fair, I suppose. And it was the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's cool. Fun. Well, let me know in the comments what your favorite destination was you've ever been to, but also your least favorite and why.
And how much you hate us after this.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't. If I mentioned your country and I ranked it a little bit lower and said I wouldn't live there, it's nothing personal.
That is your fault.
It's your personal fault. That's nothing personal. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe, and we'd love to see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.